is A Who All Gonna Be Their podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat.
Hey y'all, welcome to A Who All Gonna Be Their podcast, where you can be an exclusive member of Tracy's very entertaining group chat.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I would like to welcome my friends here.
Full house tonight.
Oh my god.
What? How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing?
We have a full house. I'm excited.
And football season is back. I don't know if y'all watch football. Hey, the Cowboys are gonna suck, so you know what?
Right, and that's
why I don't care.
You know what you can suck? Ooh. Okay, listen. Speaking of football, hold on. I gotta give a shout out because my nephew scored his first touchdown at the football
Come on here,
game.
touchdown.
Brother was on the B team, and you know who got elevated?
Cousin did.
Oh,
he
moved
on
up
the
to
18
A?
now, baby. That's like,
Okay.
you can play some football.
That's
So
funny
shout
that you said
out to Ashton Martin.
It's funny that you said that because
Shout out to him.
I went to my little cousin's first football game on Monday. And he did so good. Like he was tackling him. He had to teach the
Did he
team
get a
how to
touchdown?
tackle. He didn't run. He was on defense.
Okay. All right, we're gonna.
But he
go
was
back to
stopping him.
Ashton then. Not just playing.
Hold on, don't do Imari James Hunter like that.
You're not gonna take away his moment. Oh no!
Right. Shout out to
Shout
Imari
out to
James.
your nephew. He played defense.
No, my cousin.
He defense.
Yeah, he was on the defense.
Come on, tackles.
Because the other team, they know how to tackle. They up here wrapping up high. I'm like, you got to get
What grade is he in?
He's a sophomore.
Okay, come on, cuz.
Yeah.
Shout out to the fam. But okay, unless y'all got something else, y'all want to get on into the swing of things.
Indeed.
Big Brother is keeping up their excellence. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited to talk about this.
What's going on in Big Brother?
Excellence.
All right, so where we last left off, we had Red and Cam noms. Everyone was up. Jared won HOH. People were upset about that, but shoot, we getting one of Red and Cam out of here, so we're happy. But going on to the veto episode, pretty much starts off, the main drama is around America. Pretty much, Jared and no one trusts her after she sat on the pressure cooker for 14 hours and got her and Corey's safety. And everyone's just like, America, you throw on everything, which is crazy because I think she's been somewhat trying, but.
Okay, look, let me put a pin in there real fast.
Yeah.
So the whole thing on social media right now, everybody's talking about her comment about Jared, like, you was out before the lights was out.
That was
and
funny.
You talking
I'm
about
sorry.
me throwing the comp? It was.
She
but
said.
listen, everybody be trying to say she didn't throw the comp. You did throw it.
You did.
You did very, very well.
She made it.
No, I disagree. I disagree.
This ain't let's make a deal.
Making a deal is different than throwing it. Throwing it is you're getting second to last. You're getting second to last to look weak. America did not look weak. She just looked strong, made a deal.
Throwing means you do not plan to win the comp, so you take yourself out of it so you don't win. That's what she did.
Choose me.
Go ahead, Eric.
Because there are two definitions of throwing. Throwing one being I'm going into this competition to intentionally throw it, right? To intentionally lose. And the second meaning, I might not need to win this. I'm going to throw it to this person here. I'm going to cut a deal if need be. And I'm throwing the competition because you are intentionally now in this moment giving up to throw it. Yes. Yeah. There's two both.
So you're saying Davon threw that hand up comp to...
She threw it. She threw it to Jane. They both said it. Let's throw it to Jane.
She threw it.
We're throwing. They said it out their mouth. Let's throw it.
I think it's different, especially from the house perspective. I don't know.
Both ways are throwing it.
I don't care if you throw a comp in 1 minute or 14 hours. If you knew you can continue on and you say I quit, you threw it.
Regardless if you made a deal for safety, you're throwing because you're giving up. You're intentionally taking.
You're not wrong, but it's different. That's like gushing Josh Nash. Shout out BB Can, where he's consistently getting second. Where you can see people that are good at comps. I feel like people that throw comps, in my mind, are trying to hide their competition prowess.
Right.
if you're consistently getting second, third, like that doesn't count as you're still have that target bubble. Oh, they could maybe win. Where throwing it, you're trying to like keep that under the radar.
But Josh was throwing those. He told us he was throwing them.
Exactly. Well,
yeah.
Y'all talking about BB Can Josh?
Yeah. Oh
yeah. He threw like 30 comp. I'm like, damn, Josh. We was like, why you sucking? He like, yeah.
But he would wait until like the very end though. That was a funny thing about Josh.
Exactly. So it just goes in. I know the normal definition is throwing is intentionally going there, but both are right. Because I'm sorry,
both are intentional.
He threw that to Jennifer because he thought he was safe, and he was wrong.
Who's Jennifer?
In season 6, who Kaser threw it pressure cooker to?
Oh, I thought you were talking about BB Can. I was like, wasn't no Jennifer over there?
Girl, okay. You can't keep up. We bouncing back from.
I know that's my bad. Hey,
you know my memory. Come on, my brain.
Y'all know me. I always have to bring a BB Can. I have to. I'm sorry, y'all.
You do.
Have to bring a BB Can.
We over here franchise.
You know what I'm gonna say.
She got pregnant for that.
Man. But getting back to it, pretty much Jared is kind of throwing jabs at Corey, where after the veto draw, America got picked. I think Matt got picked, Foolish got picked. Mm-hmm. And Jared's pretty much sitting down with Corey like, hey, if America throws this, she might be going up because she's doing nothing for me. Mm-hmm. And then Corey starts shaking in his boots, runs it to America, and that's where America's like, you were on there for 1 hour or whatever, but going into the veto competition, it's Turner's veto with a little mini shrinking.
Eli, don't.
Oh my bad, Alyssa Lopez.
Davon's tiny veto.
Alyssa did win that, huh?
Right.
The fact that I had no idea what comp you were talking about, Eli, until you,
because it's Davon's.
Davon, like you, but Turner's competition.
Turner's nobody even remember him winning that.
My feelings are hurt.
Hey, and you know what,
Davon, we are sorry.
No, it's
we
him.
Apologize right now on behalf of the pod.
Because how dare you?
Carry on. I'm sorry.
From today forward, it will be known as Cameron's veto because he won it, saved himself.
So anyway, let's talk about Davon's veto. He has himself thrown backstage at least once or twice.
You have been evicted.
I don't know what happened, y'all.
Big Brother chat.
I would like to formally apologize to Davon and they're holding a gun to the back of my head, but I will apologize to Davon. It's Davon's veto.
Period.
No.
Hold on. Say that one more time, Eli.
Y'all can rewind. Y'all got the clip.
Go ahead.
But it's Davon's veto. Shout out Davon's veto.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
That got a winner that everyone loves in Cam. But
he gonna slide that Cameron in there. That is his screen name for those who can't see, for our listeners.
It is Cameron's veto.
Bye.
But Cam wins it. He needed it because if he did not win, it was going to be another unanimous vote. 10-0, he's gone. Mm-hmm. But
hold on, going back. Yep. So before this comp, we talked about it. Eli already touched on it. Like drama was going on. Jared, okay, it was so weird. Like he was like, "Oh man, if anybody got picked, it was America." Like he just lost his mind. I was like, "Did she pee in your Cheerios?" Like it was weird. Like how mad he got. Like Jared, you realize you HOH. If you want to put her up, just put her up. Like it's that simple. He was just like losing his mind, all this other stuff, and then of course America goes and she confronts him. Was like, "Hey yo, like what's up? What's good?" Because I'm hearing all this stuff. It's like you throwing comps, da da da. And it was just so weird to me. Like I get, like of course you want nobody playing that's throwing comps, but if she throwing it, that's a better chance for you to win. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I just thought it was really weird. But
was that you, Trish, that said that he was like he low key likes Cam and wants to work with Cam? So that's why he was trying to work with her ops.
Trying to save face. Yep. Well, go ahead, Eli.
So yeah, right after the veto episode showed this. I don't know if this was on the feeds, but all the aunties, they were grouped up in little bedrooms. Then talking about, oh yeah, we can put up America. And then America, of course she got the votes, but we can throw up America. Yeah. And then America comes walking in, dead silence. And America's like, I'm in trouble.
Gosh. It was so awkward. I was just like...
And I feel like normally just watching the feeds, people are so good at switching the topics so fast.
They just didn't have it.
They could not. They had nothing in the chamber to switch to, and they struggled.
And it was the whole alliance that she's in, which even made it worse. Like, hold on.
They didn't go to the Tiffany Mitchell school of topic switching
at all. Not at that moment. They might have failed the test, but they've been passing the class. But the main thing going on though, Red and Cam, the Chillas or whatever they are called, they have a little falling out. Jared tells Red that, hey, Cam threw you under the bus. He was basically ready to hop on the block next to you,
which he really did.
You would go.
By the way,
lied.
At all. Lied. And I like circling to Julie. Julie kind of checked him. We'll touch on that later. Like, why would you not ask Cam and actually talk about it? What they actually had was just a somber conversation at the pool. Like, we're chillers, right? Red's like, I'm feeling some type of way. Cam's like, about me or about the house? He's like, a little bit of everything. I don't know. I would try to do an accent if I could, but I can't, unfortunately. But
about
the house and I'm feeling a lot of things right now, Cam.
I think we just ought to put the chillers on ice. You know what I'm saying? that was black in me that last
We
phase.
just come to the end of the road here, friend. And, there's not much I can do for
we've
you.
Come to the end
of
the road. Not you got a country.
Shout out the two people that live in the South, holding down that Southern accent for us.
You already know.
Come on, South. From the South.
You already know. You already know.
But little did Red or Cam know, that ended up getting the ball rolling to actually save Red. Because Suri and them, I'm going to just say Suri because Suri makes all the decisions.
True.
Pretty much just sees that, hey, Red and Cam, they broken up. They could both stay because end of the day, Red is still telling pretty much everything to Suri.
Right.
Blindly following Suri. And so Suri's kind of like, you know what? We could keep Red and who do we throw up? We get rid of America or we could get rid of Jag. And even though we just saved Jag, let's get rid of Jag again.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, come on.
We pretty much thought, talked about how his fate was sealed last episode because pretty much that's where we were at. But over the last couple of days,
it has been shifting.
Specifically, it's flip-flopped back to the target being on Red. So we honestly got up to Thursday's episode kind of wondering which way did they finally decide on, right? Because it got to a point it was like Red is gonna have to go home and he gonna blow out his little birthday cake. He gonna have a good time and head right on about that door. Because as we saw in the episode that Jared and Red had a conversation, and Red is like, "Well, what did Cam actually say? Maybe I need to go and have a conversation with him and we could talk it out and kind of get to the bottom of it."
Just all three of us get in the room.
You know what? I think he busy. That's how Jared was like.
No, Jared said, why do we need to have a conversation? Because you lying. All that
you were so stupid for that.
Right
Ray should have known.
Baby, I would have said, okay. And then I would have went downstairs and said, hey, yo, let's run upstairs real quick. And Jared would have been like, we still doing this? We is.
So it was brought to my attention, Cam, that you told Jared, he ain't gonna say Jared, that I need to be on the block, Nick. I never.
And you know what's funny? Especially throughout the season, Red has been very straightforward and straight to the point.
Yeah.
And then the one time your ass is on the block and you in trouble, and this is the one time you don't decide to be very straightforward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the old Redford would have went and said, "Hey, what's going on?" Because Jared done said this. Is it true or not? Jared, what was said? And it would have been, but like you about to go home, brother. And
he got the bad birthday
really
mojo.
Yep.
And
never had a good birthday.
Hold on. You know what? I just figured out what it was. He can catch that smoke with women, but he ain't gonna catch it with the men's.
Ooh.
Because he gave Izzy all that smoke.
Man, yet.
There you go. There you go. You ain't bucked up to the man yet.
You got nothing to do. No, you only talk down to women.
Child, that's what it is. You know what? That's exactly what it is. Because he had all that smoke for Izzy. I said, okay.
But I guess he was just so hurt because Cam was his boy, and he just was so hurt, and he just couldn't believe it. You know how sometimes something happened, and you just can't believe it, that you don't even want to touch it, you don't even want to go to it or talk about it. Maybe that's what it was. But then,
I mean, there was even a point before. I think this might have been before he knew that Cam betrayed him, or it had to have been after. But when Red was like, "Hey, I'm gonna win the veto, and I'm gonna use it on Cam." Why?
He deserved to go home for that. Congratulations.
Exactly. I'm not mad that he's gone.
He was in his feelings about this birthday week, y'all. For some whatever reason, for 37 years, he ain't had a good birthday.
And let me tell you, it's not your birthday. Your birthday was 3 days ago. So where you going home?
Well,
you know
I will say that
I feel on your birthday.
I feel like that's when the tide started to turn.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not gonna send you home on your birthday, okay? You gonna stay in the house for your birthday. Deal? Deal. In the words of Isabel, hey, Thursday not his birthday. Okay? He can go home. He can leave.
My God.
Isabel said, we had fun. You had your little cake. Let's go. So, whole new week.
And in the words of Auntie Felicia, we gonna blow them candles out and blow him right on out the door.
Right on out the door. You hear me?
So,
but you know what's funny is, so once everything starts to like change, so Cam wins veto, blah blah. Now Jag is on the block with
and going home.
Red. He's definitely going home. And so Red was in the comic room with Mimi, right? They've been back there for 48 hours. What's going on? So, and you know one thing, especially the aunties,
they don't
now
like
it's everybody, but especially Cerise said, I know y'all ain't in my room that long, and I'm not in there. Because you all know Cerise is a part of every conversation. If she ain't in it, it's a problem. So she's trying to figure out what's going on with Mimi. Meanwhile, we don't see all the conversation because I'm sure it was just repetitiveness. But Red asked Mimi, like, oh, so if you stay next week, who do you think is an option to go up? This girl slip up and say, her first slip up in the game, really. She said, you know what? We could put Jag up next week. You know, and Red said, Jag going home. She said, oh, yeah, right.
Excusez-moi.
And she gonna say, who else is in the house? Like, oh, Mimi.
I truly feel like this was a week of slip-ups.
Everybody
like, just everyone was slipping up.
Too comfortable.
Everyone was making mistakes.
Because Felicia said the same thing to him today with the cupcake. It was early today, right? When she's like, "Oh, you gonna take your cupcake home with you?"
Oh yeah. Look, that's not her only blunder. Felicia has been, when they say word vomit, like even when they had the meeting, they had decided, okay, we're gonna switch, because they were gonna take out Jag and they switched it over to Red. Felicia told Corey in America, she said, hey, yo, by the way, Red the target. Izzy
immediately.
Like, what? She said what? They literally just say, okay, let's sit on this because it's like Tuesday and then we're gonna come back to it. Child, Felicia been running her mouth, and I know the last straw is this today. Is the cupcake gate is what it is.
Because
Red went back cupcake at the house.
He ran it back to 3, and he was like, you know, Felicia, what she said, and Bowie Jane, they both were in there, and they were like, yeah, I walked in on, you know, oh no, this is actually the flip thing, but the cupcake, he was like, she asked me if I'm gonna eat my cupcake, and it was for real. She was serious about it, and so it was like, give her Emmy, give her Oscar. She was like, she did not say that. What? Why did you do that?
She's so fake, yo. I love it.
And it's crazy because I feel like that'll have such a big impact because that was a slip up, but then it ultimately snowballed. Talking about today, Thursday, the day of the eviction, like it's been pretty set that Jag's saying for like 2 days. We had 2 days of peace, y'all. Like we could go to bed early.
We packed his bags on Sunday.
Exactly.
That's how sad we were.
And so pretty much get up on Thursday, assume like, hey, this is going to be our first normal week. The only drama is, do we make the vote 8-2 or do we make the vote 6-4? And we're trying to get too cute. just doing too much. But I love it. You know what? Still playing the game, even though things are set in stone. But then I'm going to need one of y'all to describe it because I kept up with it, but not really. All I know is Felicia and Mimi, they ended up grouping up, trying to flip it to Red, but then Red and them thought that they were trying to flip it from Red to saving Jag, and it seemed chaotic. So
long story short, Mimi started to believe, she was like, if we keep Jag, there's a high likelihood that he could link up with America and Corey and they could form some stuff and and that would be an issue for them. And so she was like, she talked to Felicia because she's closer to Felicia, and they were both kind of like on the same page about it. And they were thinking about flipping the vote from evicting Red to saving Red and evicting Jag. But Red walked in and he assumed, like you mentioned, Eli, that they were talking about flipping it to take him out. And so that's where all of that kind of spiraled. Treese, do you know more about it?
So, child. So basically, Felicia is the one that really, I think, started this because Felicia been wanting Jag out from jump. Because even when Blue put him up,
Jag can go.
Stupid. Oh yeah, Jag can go. She was done with it. She's like, yeah, Jag can go. I mean, he can go on the block. So honestly, I think. Go ahead.
I was just making fun of her how his can go.
Okay, curse word, Eric. We heard it on Whisper.
Curse word, Eric.
I think that was a curse word, Eric.
I really
curse word, Eric.
So they really have been going back and forth, right? With Jag and Red, who's going to be evicted. Meanwhile, Sari and Matt and Jag and they've having conversations over here. Then good old Auntie Felicia and Mimi, they having conversations over here. Like, now wait a minute. What's going on? Y'all are on two different pages. And so Mimi, even before the eviction, was like, you know what? I promise you, like, this is just a strong feeling that I really think we need to get rid of Jag, because she had walked in as they were getting ready for the eviction day, and Corey, America, Matt, they were all hanging out in the this was last night. They were hanging out in the bathroom. And when she came in, she said they got quiet. So she was just like, and what's funny is everybody is thinking, or a good bit of people are thinking, like Mimi is in with the young people. But Mimi over here, the young people, something going on over there.
Mimi stuck at day 3.
Mimi is high-key loyal, but like the young people want to work with her and the older people want to work with her, but they don't trust her and she don't trust them. It's just a big mix at this point.
Right.
But what's I about to say? I lost my train of thought.
I was just going to
go ahead.
Go ahead. You got your thought back.
I was also gonna bring up about America and Corey. So when we go back, so everybody know America and Corey had gotten to
America Corey.
They weren't talking for days. Blah blah blah. We don't care. And I just
that was a traumatic day. That was a traumatic day.
Look, I just have to bring up America is upset because she walked into the room and she saw that everybody's having this conversation. She goes, Corey, like, I guess there's a party in there. Okay, America. You do know you in the Big Brother game, and you know that game talks are happening. You are in an alliance. Whether you're on the bottom of your alliance or not, there are other people in front of you. Mm-hmm. You have the opportunity to move yourself up on that list. But because you see yourself on the bottom, you're going to stay on the bottom. Right?
There.
Because if conversations are happening, I'm not coming in, like, y'all changing the subject. Cool, I'm going to change it back. So who the target for this week? What do y'all want to do? Like, take a little initiative, Big Brother fan. Ain't that what you
fam.
is? So like I'm you know what?
Miss
I like
Ivy
America.
League.
Okay. I really do like, of course, I'm Team Sari, right? And I want everything to win and dub for her. But I'm also a fan of fun feeds. And what would be fun is if we have somebody on the opposite side try to come against Sari. And I just want to see what happens with that. But she just folded. Like, she talked all this smack. She talked all this mess. Now, I'm going to give her the benefit of that because maybe she's waiting until she gets some power. But she keep throwing comps. She's not going to get there.
She's trying, y'all.
She tried her little mic with that little veto. Her little hand was just shaking, trying to get to that little thing.
Yeah, she was definitely trying.
Because she knew Jared was going to put her on the block and she didn't win because Jared told her, if you don't win, I know you do it. I'm putting you. She was scared.
But look, and I will say, Treese.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to agree with you where it's just like America. I feel like she got caught in a position where she started the game with essentially no one. And she gets a little bit of Corey, and then she gets the for real. And then it's like she must think like, oh, I have something. Right. But I think she still knows she's at the bottom of for real, which is good awareness, but she still has that agency to not be mad at that.
Well, look.
See that people are gone and leave Jag for the quarter second just to poke your head in and whatever. And yeah.
But that's really where it comes into play, like when the strategy comes into mind, because just like everybody's upset with Felicia, America has the perfect opportunity to move herself up a notch. And even though now Felicia is high on the lists, when she was low on the totem pole to be on the block, but now she's moving on up. America does know this. Corey has told her like, hey, Felicia is going to be on the out soon. She should use that initiative this week to be like, hey, I know Felicia done told her some stuff too from time to time. Girl, be messy.
Yeah.
Hey, so what's
America is messy, like, I'm not gonna lie. America is already messy.
But all in the wrong ways. Like her mess.
But you gotta use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
You gotta be like Sari, you gotta use that mess to your advantage.
Right.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of Sari is fed up, okay? So we've reached the 30-something day mark in Big Brother, and on Survivor, they about 30 days. So I think she about at her cutting point, like, all right, it's time to go home. And they're like, nah, you still here, sis?
You only a third of the way.
The way Jerry had to check her, like, hey, yo, moms, you kind of getting, you can't really just tell your mom, like, hey, yo, you got an attitude. You need to cool that shit down. He was just like, Mom, Izzy is starting to notice. Now you notice too. He's like, yeah, and I noticed a little bit. It's really like a son talking to a mom. You kind of like getting a little upset. So, and what? I don't care. What Izzy mad? She's like, yeah, we don't really have enough time to like talk. And so, what you want me to do? Stay in the room for 30 minutes for? So Izzy can show me them damn M&Ms again. She said, fuck them M&Ms. I can fuck them M&Ms. Baby, Sari was in, and Jared was like this.
Just stuck. She did not want to hear about them M&Ms no more, y'all.
All right, Mom. Like,
and this is Izzy being passionate, doing her end game plan. She's like, all right, this is how me, you, and Jared get to the end. Sari's like, that don't matter. We're gonna flip 18 times before next week, so I don't care.
But look, I think in the next, I'm gonna say, especially since Cam is we'll get forward to that, but Cam is HOH obviously. But really, what we're gonna come to is I want to see how Izzy plays this week, because Izzy did have a conversation. She was in the storage room by herself, and she was talking. She was like, "What am I doing here? Like, am I really just playing this game for Jared and Sari?" She's had this conversation before, like 2-3 weeks ago, but I think it's popped back on her mind. I was like, it's creeping on her shoulder, like, sis, you gonna lose if you keep bringing these people to the end.
You're playing a fourth place game,
right?
She is, and she was just like, you know what? But she was talking to Paige, her girlfriend, and / America. She was just like, but if they leave, I'm gonna be bored in the house. I'm like, you gotta find somebody else to follow around the house.
She gonna need some
so it's very interesting to see once Jared and or Sari gets on the block, how she maneuvers it. She gonna let it be? Because there's no way she gonna beat Sari. And honestly, I don't think she beat Jared final 2 either.
Especially if Sari's in the jury house pushing the Jared narrative.
For sure. Yeah.
Speaking of Sari ever being in the jury house, who do we think has the guts to really come for Sari? Like not in words, but in action.
I think America been talking about it, but I don't think Corey's the only one I see.
Because I think Red was the connection Suri to Cam, but now that Red's gone, it's like I can see Suri going up, but I don't see Suri getting, how many votes would that be at this point? 5? I don't see Suri getting 5 votes.
I have to see that. I don't even see him putting
an
up,
audience,
honestly.
Those who are tuned in right now, live with us, put your comment in the comment box. Who do you think would come for Suri? Who has the guts to do it? I'm curious to know what your response is.
Definitely not right now.
Here's the thing with Suri.
The only thing coming for Suri is a chick. Okay.
Suri gonna
that part.
If people in that house are smart, Suri has set up herself. She's going to go far in the game. Like, it only makes sense to take her out closer to the end of the game. And I know it sounds crazy. I've been running through scenarios. The ideal time to take her out, if Jared is still in the house, is at final 3. And I'll tell you why. Because if you let her go, especially if you don't cut her at 4. Do not cut her at 4 if Jared's still in the house. Because if she gets on there, she can go and try to shift things that she did onto Jared to make him seem like he's a better player than he actually is.
Right.
And with the way that Suri's been running this game strategically and convincing and persuading people, she's going to be able to start to get people on her side. If you cut her at 3, she's probably not going to win either part 1 or part 2 to HOH. So if you have an easier way to part 3, and maybe you're there with Jared or someone else. But yeah, it's going to be a while before we see someone take a feasible shot at Suri.
Right, because right now
that's a good point. Feasible shot. That's a good point.
Because
I
don't see right now it being feasible. Like, she can go on the block tonight and tomorrow and the day after that. Is she going home? No, because who's gonna vote her out?
Only way she goes home is if she's on the block next to Jared. And who's gonna know to put her on the block next to Jared?
You think Jared?
I don't even think then.
I don't even think so. You think they keep Jared?
I think Suri truly cares more about Jared getting further than her.
I don't care what we already.
I'm not a mom.
I think she does care, but I think the house is gonna be like,
we don't.
Me?
Right.
Now, when it gets further, I can see them being like, "Damn, can't none of us beat Suri." But let's say she goes on a block this week next to Jared. Jared going home. 100%.
If she next to Izzy, Izzy's going home. If she next to Felicia, Felicia's going home. There is legit nobody she can sit next to at this point in time that will send her home.
The only way she would go home is if someone found out her secret and they want to split her.
And they acting like they don't care. Everybody that's been talking, Jared and Suri are a mother and son.
They like, oh, that's nice. That's what Red. Oh, that's nice.
Also, it has gotten out now.
No, so
they telling everybody that's left.
So when they get evicted, when they get evicted, Julie tells them.
Yeah.
Okay,
but like
you in the house, I'm like, wait.
But I don't know if you know, Izzy knows because she knew millisecond 1.
Yeah,
but then also Jared done told Blue that, hey, my mom's in the house. But she thinks it's, or he's like, oh, I'm gonna push it that it's Felicia, and then I don't know if DR pushed her to say this. This is last week, but she's in the DR like, well, it makes sense. It has to be Suri, and he's even slipping up further. He's even slipping up further. Where I know that I think this happened last night, and people were talking about it.
I was just about to say it.
Yeah, where he was talking. I think Corey was out of the room, but it was a convo he was having with like Corey, America, and Corey was like, "Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm on TV at 21," and Jared's like, "You know what? I was on TV at 18, and I was also in Fiji on my 18th birthday."
Oh, yeah, he did say at his 19th birthday, I went to Fiji.
Yeah,
but Corey wasn't in the
room. He was like, they were like, "Wait, where were you?" He's like, "Oh, the Big Brother house." They're like, "Nah, for real, where were you?" And he was like, he saw he.
That was such a dumb answer. That was such a. I was in the Big Brother house.
You really could have said anything. Like, you could have said anything.
Right. I was on the Wheel of Fortune. The Price is Right.
That's exactly what I would have said. I said, I was gonna test on Wheel of Fortune. I was alternate though, so I ain't even really get to play. Like I would have said anything.
I met Pat.
I was on The Price is Right. I was on the Ellen Show. In the audience,
I was in the crowd.
Like,
y'all didn't see me on the Wendy. When Wendy was back. Y'all didn't see me on Wendy.
And I was yelling
when Wendy fell out.
Yeah,
Just Lord.
You really could have said anything. He's just an idiot, yo.
Man.
Oh my goodness.
I love it though. I love sloppiness, and he has been very sloppy. Oh wait, let me be careful.
I was gonna say, well, we'll get to talk when we get to talking about Cam's HOH, but. Where were we at in the recap? I forgot.
I was gonna say, Josh, you want to go ahead and talk about the HOH comp?
Oh, before that.
We haven't even talked about the vote. We haven't even talked about the vote.
I'll get to it. Before we get to the vote, another reason that we were anticipating where we thought there was gonna be all out war because Cirie and them wanted to blindside Mimi and Felicia with the vote and make it 6-4, and Byyyeee, Jane, obviously, and by extension Cameron with the vote. And so we were like, oh my gosh, are they really gonna blindside? If they blindside Mimi and
another pause real quick. Jared last night woke Cam up out of bed for what reason? I don't know. Woke him up out of the bed last night because they were gonna try to pin the vote on Felicia. And Jared told Cam that, hey, I don't know what's going on, but Felicia is talking about flipping the vote. So it was a little dumb. Like, there was no reason for you to do that. But we gonna see if that puts him on the block. But go ahead.
Right. But yeah, so they've been planting the seeds that Felicia should be a target anyway. And that with Red thinking that they was gonna flip, Byyyeee Jane thinking that she was trying to flip the vote, and her saying the cupcake comment, all of this is stacking up on her card for her to be targeted and cupcake be responsible for a Red's eviction. And so they wanted to pin it, blindside Mimi and Felicia. And we were all like, oh my God, if they do this, like, they got the most ammunition.
We got a 6-4 vote. Ooh, I would have been so.
And you blindside too. Your close allies, they gonna know that brown sugar babies don't exist. But the bye-bye words don't exist no more.
The bye-bye bitches.
Them, they don't exist no more.
Not bye-bye words. Eric.
He uses one cuss word.
I didn't even cuss word.
You did. You said ass.
I said bye-bye. I blank. I don't say the word.
But you said it in your head, so that's not count.
Don't count.
Denial.
Screaming. And so we were
y'all
like,
Eric be cussing.
Y'all really should not be lying on air like this. We got 500,000 people watching. And so they were like going to really do this move, and we were just shaking in our boots like, oh my, this is really about to make for great television, because when the house, and then we knew we were getting a live HOH as well, so we're like, anything can really happen this week. So they go in the vote. The episode did a great job of showing us that it was really up in the air between Jag and Red, so we really didn't know which way it was going to go, or if we did, we didn't know if they were going to blindside Mimi and Felicia. So we get to the votes, they doing it 2-2, so they tie, then they go somebody else, then they tie it up again, and we're like, what is about to happen? So then Felicia gets in, and she grabs a little shawl.
She needs out of
according to some new intel that I just got, I'm sadly voting to evict Red. I was like,
who snitched?
And that intel tells me it wasn't Cirie that told her. Because I feel like if she was close to Cirie, or more even Jared, because I feel like that's who she thinks is closest in the house. So somebody else switched up. And I'm a guess.
America Corey?
It was America. Yep. My guess is America said something.
We'll find out. You know they're gonna show us in the Sunday episode.
They better show us.
They're gonna talk about it tonight, Chad. They run their mouths.
Right.
And they run it 8,000 times. They repeat the same stuff over and over. Well, when America had told me, we don't know about you.
Right. And so they go in, they vote, and by a vote of 8-2, Red is evicted. He's shocked. His neck stood up straight when he got evicted, because he was not expecting to get evicted.
That's Cameron, what he did, because why you ain't got no shirt on? You ain't
gonna meet Julie with his nipples out.
Your nipples out? Meeting Julie with your nipples out is crazy.
That's insane.
And what is the temperature in the house? Because Jared had on a ski vest in a long sleeve shirt, and then here come Red with the nipples out. Like, what is the tip? What's going on?
Oh god!
And Felicia had a shawl on, like I'm saying. Everybody had jackets.
Yeah, like what's going on?
So Red is evicted. He's shocked, and he's in tears almost. Cam is sad and somber. Byyyeee is looking like Byyyeee. It always is. And he goes talk to Julie and Josh. Were you gonna talk about how Julie mentioned? Was that you?
No, that was Eli.
That was Eli.
How Julie was essentially like, you know what? Who do you feel betrayed by? After everything he learned, he still said Cam. He's still under Cerie's miss despite leaving.
Most betrayed by Cam. That was my buddy, you know, and it broke my heart to hear that he was coming for me this week. And
what Julie said was, hey, why didn't you talk to your homie? Your chiller was right there, and you went up to him, and you were like, I can't believe you, without even asking him, what did you say to Jared?
Mm-hmm.
And what did Red say? He was essentially like, I don't know, I was just playing with my heart. I don't even know what he said.
And I don't know. He didn't know. And then she explains the secret between, relationship. She was like, there's some secret, a pre-existing relationship. He was like, oh, I'm sure there's probably many. He
said the Fields family, the initial Fields family. So Izzy, Felicia, Jared.
He was very close.
He was very close. And then when she told him it was Cerie, he was like, oh, that's good. That's good. Wow.
Not even shocked, not even upset. Like, man.
Cerie's miss.
He was like, I'm just grateful, Julie. I'm just grateful to play this game. I'm just grateful. So,
man.
Bye-bye,
Red. Can we talk about Red's face? I mean, not Red, Cam's face after he got evicted. I just have to show this. This right here, Cam's origin story. This right here, I knew right here. I said, oh, he went HOH.
Yeah, that's his
he went
HOH. His villain arc.
And this is why
I feel like the what's the little claws thing that Wolverine come out? I feel like they were like
his adamantium
ready to like turn something up.
And that's where I wish Red wasn't a weirdo person or whatever you want to call him. He's been really weird in the house. Yep, Cam. Because this is such an underdog.
We would be rooting for you, Cam.
He's so creepy though.
If he wasn't a creep, we would be rooting for him. We'd be like, "Hey, Cam, guys, show it." We kind of like that.
I always root for the underdog. I really do. But in this case, he can kick rocks.
Oh yeah, might have jumped onto it too early, but we talking about HOH?
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Josh.
He ain't going nowhere.
All right. So HOH is a memory comp, but it's from the Humiliverse. So they done went and matched up all these clips and they edited it into people farting.
Oh my gosh! I'm sorry to cut you off.
It does track.
I'm sorry to cut y'all off. Why does Big Brother do this? I understand they do be farting on the feeds, but
a lot.
Y'all, I need them to escape the kiddiness. They can't escape.
Childish.
They can't escape the 8-year-old jokes. Like I don't know. I want to be able to show a friend Big Brother and not be embarrassed at the comp that they
and
do.
they'd be like, "What the hell is this?" Like I'm telling you, I have a 9-month-old, and as it was playing, they were making a fart sound. She was giggling the whole time because that's like her favorite sound when I do that. And she was just like, "Hee." I like, see, this is for the kids. What y'all doing?
The kids like that stuff. But like even my nephew, like. They like that type of stuff. These kids,
they do.
I don't like that type of humor in shows and stuff. I hate when like cartoon they be doing those sounds.
That's not. It's not cute.
I hate fart stuff. That's so stupid. They
should have did a basic comp with questions. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Well, they had hate it. Questions, but it certainly wasn't basic. Because the bigger part of a twist is like, oh, every day it's going to be a humiliating week full of humiliating competitions and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. So we get to the first two questions and everyone got it right. It's like, okay, look at y'all being brainiacs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then the third question, the last question of the first video, Cerie, Byyyeee, and who else was out?
Matt.
And Matt. All three of them got out before the second video.
Yeah.
And they played the second video. I think everyone I think some people got out the first question. Then a large group of people got out the second question.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just down to Izzy, Corey, and Cameron.
Yeah. And let me just say, what a final three, because that's ultimate butterfly effect, because it changes the season. Izzy wins, you know which way it's going. It's going Serene them's way. Yep. Cam wins, it's going the complete opposite. Corey wins, he has the agency to go either way. Even though I don't know if he wanted to win. But if he accidentally won, he would have had to make a choice. He would have had to plant a flag somewhere.
Corey was going for it. No, he did not throw it because he was in Reese.
I think 100% he was going for it.
I'm with Reese. Y'all, he did not throw that. He was down on his hands trying. No, we don't. We don't think he threw it. I don't think he threw it.
Wasn't he? I think there's a point where he was talking on the feeds like, you know what? I don't think I need it. Like, I know America might go, but I don't need it.
He was going for
Something happened when the fees went down. Okay. And a lot happens. I'm talking about, I literally took a nap. I took a nap for 1 hour and 13 minutes and woke up like, what the hell happened? So the fact that fees was on there for like 3-4 hours, we missed a lot. Something happened, but
I don't think he threw it. No, because I watched his hands. He was trying to count and try to remember real quick. He was trying. No, he was trying to win. Now, what he was going to do had he won, I don't know.
He would have figured that out later. He just said, I'm just going to win since I'm already here final 3.
Yep.
Might as well. Right.
But
so, no, he didn't throw it.
He wants that HOH so he can cuddle with America.
Well, I guess to our shock and also to everyone else's horror in the house, Cameron ends up getting the question right, and he is our new head of household.
For the second time in a row.
Oh, my God, bro. Easy always coming in second, yo. Easy has come in second so many times. When is it?
We gotta hit everybody on mute, cause that's what everyone sounded like when he won.
Now we want mute everybody.
Let's do it.
When I heard that phrase, I triggered. I ain't even been to the concert, and I'd be like,
"I'll do it." Congratulations, Cameron! You are the new head of household.
I'm sorry.
Everybody coming.
The moment of silence,
My name is That Silence, though. That was the most unlukewarm HOH celebration ever.
They were not impressed. They were not impressed at all.
I couldn't even fake. Bro, I couldn't be in the house because I'm so fake. I would have been like, yeah.
I would have hugged them.
Baby, I would have been up out of my seat.
That's my boy, been like, what the hell?
Okay, let's go, Cam Deasy, let's go.
Is that the first
time, bro?
Is that the first time in like quote unquote modern Big Brother that's happened, where just someone wins and just straight mute, no one's faking it, everyone's just like,
it's been a minute. It's been a long minute since everybody.
We had him next to Riley, and we got rid of Riley, and we had him next to Heisem. We got rid of
the last time we had an HOH that was like that quiet was like when Jen won HOH.
See, that was out of shock though. That was out of shock.
But still, it was on mute too. It was like,
or how quiet were they when Rachel won HOH after the second week after they got rid of Annie and Rachel won?
Well, I don't know. She was so loud. If anybody else was saying something, who knows?
Yeah.
So listen, statistically though, I'm wondering, so do you think Cam is going to be in the same position that Taylor was last year?
No.
How? Okay. So we're going to be able to cut this off soon in terms of somebody's going to be able to take him out?
Cam.
Because
I mean, Cam was looking sad last night. Okay, he was. But he creepy. So he gonna pop up in the room and he gonna say some stuff. Taylor just put herself in a corner and she kind of shut down because everybody was piling on her. So I think it's a different situation because I think
gotta against that wall and start windmilling on
and no one will want to pick him up.
Yeah.
Like I would say the only path for Cameron is Kevin Martin, BB Can, shout out BB Can, where he just wins out. Veto, HOH, veto, HOH. Okay. Where ultimately, I think most
definitely at this point,
unless he survives long enough where Corey and America are pissed at Serene them side, and just the war starts. That's his only chance. If the war starts,
that's
and
a
he's
good
in the
point,
middle.
Eli. Even the point about you saying no one, because the difference is with Taylor, people started picking her up. Like they formed the leftovers.
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
then she formed connections with the women, and then other doors open. Cam doesn't have that.
I mean,
that,
he may got
that
bullied.
road today.
Never mind.
He might got bullied Jane.
Okay. So what you said, Treese?
I was like, speaking of Taylor, but I said, never mind.
Ooh.
I wouldn't know if I compare Frank.
To Frank is who I would have did.
I feel like that Frank is a more accurate comparison because he's kind of like the person that won't say die.
Yeah.
Like you put the cockroach, you can't kill.
But what did Davon tell Frank in season 18? We might not get you this week, but that's plenty of weeks. You might not get you this week.
we got some more weeks coming, huh?
It's plenty of weeks.
So I feel like that when the other side gets power, assuming this other hypothetical side, who knows? But Cameron's time is coming.
Ooh, let's talk about that.
Ooh.
What do y'all think of America trying to get Corey to sex her while he keeps telling her to stop touching him? I saw this on the feed tonight, okay?
I saw that too.
I was not watching the feed. Okay. I'm happy I didn't watch it.
So get us up to speed, Trees. Those of us who do not know.
Basically, they was up in the covers. Like they've been cuddling for a time or two in the last week or so. And she just straight up told him to sex me.
But she used the F word.
Fuck me. I can cuss. Fuck me.
She said I can cuss. Fuck me.
I like cussing. Yeah. And he says, okay, we could barely hear what he said. He said something about her hips. I don't know what he was saying.
No, she said much
he
feet,
said about
more
hips. Oh, she didn't want to say hips?
I think she said less feet, more hips. Cause he moved his feet, like he was moving the covers, and I guess
he's probably trying to be funny, yeah. But okay, let's be real. Let's be real. If she was a man, this would be an uproar.
It would be considered sexual harassment.
Yeah, because look, Corey has made it multiple times. He said my limit. He said he will cuddle with her. That's the limit. He don't even want to kiss her on TV. He said, whatever happens after the show, it's cool. And she keeps pushing. Keep pushing. Now, do I think Corey like her? Yes, I do. I do think he does like her. But if he's putting out this boundary, stop pushing him.
Right.
Okay. And I'm more so am annoyed with it because y'all keep putting them on my TV screen. Yeah, that was cute for a minute. It was cute because Corey wasn't really for it, and he was just kind of entertaining it just a little bit. Okay, we can flirt. But now it's y'all cuddling.
And now he went all in, and his game is
can go home.
Somewhat going down the drain because of it.
Down the toilet.
She playing Build a Boyfriend with him. She got making him tan. She making him wear different outfits. She making him do all type of stuff.
If I got to do that much work on you, you can stay
Build
at home.
A boyfriend, Eric.
Build a boyfriend.
Yep, that's what it was. Build a boyfriend. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I completely part of me feels like the house doesn't respect or understand Corey's boundaries, where it's just I feel like there's an assumption where just the house is oh yeah, they're doing it, even though Corey's had that boundary for so long. And then there's also jokes where it's when American Cam get in the jury house, Corey's gonna be whatever because he won't have his thing to with and all that type of stuff. So I think it's tricky, but I respect Corey for having his boundary where it's just staying firm on it, and it should be respected, so it's not something he has to continually lay.
Right. Go ahead, Josh.
Okay, my theory is piggybacking off of what Teresa said. I really think why people may not be seeing it as serious is because Corey is this newly adult, kind of nerdy looking guy, and it's oh my god, the nerd ends up with a hot girl in the house. Everyone's you should be thankful for that. You should be grateful.
That's weird.
Her
that's what everybody mindset is.
And wants your peen.
Not the peen.
Yes. So I really think that might be the case where it's people aren't really considering the fact that maybe Corey is just not ready to be slanging a peen like that.
And that goes into the toxic masculinity aspect of men should want that. He should be great, like you mentioned, he should be grateful. You should want this type of thing. That's what we're here. You're hunters. You need to be going after. You should be trying to And no, that's just not who he is. And I'm also proud of him.
Corey's trying to get an actual ranking.
Right.
He's trying not to get thrown in the April and Ollie tiers. Sorry.
And
going, Eric.
Let me go back to that. While we're on the subject of controversial topics, let's talk about Jag's family releasing a statement in regards to Jared using the R word. They basically, in so many words, I'm gonna just skim it. It is posted on Jag's Twitter if y'all want to go check that out. Basically, which I didn't even know this, so it was cool to hear light of this. But Jag has been working with people with disabilities for 13 years now. He volunteers. He helps out with a lot of things in regards to the Special Olympics. Even the Special Olympics backdoored and was like, we support Jag. And moral of the story is they want Jared to go. Now, the fact that they didn't say anything this episode, because the week is over. So if they were going to do anything to Jared, now is the time. I feel like if they don't do nothing today, then the week has passed and they don't care. So what are y'all opinions about it?
About what? Just
the
post in general.
Well, for me, I get it. Okay. I really do. My only issue is that we have never seen people making posts, people in the comments like this when past house guests, Black house guests, have been terrorized and victims of assault, verbal assault and slurs in this Big Brother house. And we have never seen the outrage as it is. And for them to make the post, like, I get it, in support of what they support, and that's cool. But tying it to Jared and making this whole other, it just didn't sit right. Essentially, for me personally, I'm speaking for me. I would have just rather them support the Special Olympics, sell their shirts and donate and just be quiet about it. But posting, because nobody made a post about Luke saying what he said. Nobody did this in past seasons when house guests were under, being vilified. When Taylor, what I'm saying? All these different things, besides these last 2 seasons, when things have gotten better, right? All these other past seasons, I haven't seen alumni making posts. I haven't seen alumni in the comments. It wasn't there when this was happening to Black house guests. And so I can't say that I'm fully with it, because where was that support?
Go ahead, Josh.
Okay, so one of the things I have been seeing on Twitter, and I saw this in a Facebook group, I just love the kind of hypocrisy of the most vocal former house guests that are calling on CBS to enforce this rule are the same people that CBS bent the rule and allowed they behind to step in the house.
Right.
I'm sorry, Turner, why are you saying anything? If you want them to hold that rule, your ass should have got expelled last season for saying that exact same word.
Hello.
Ooh, come on. Name names, Josh. Say it with your chest.
Yeah, Turner
didn't he?
He did set up in the house. And I'm sorry, it's like
about that.
And I'm sorry, former house guests like Kat, Gina Marie, who are up there constantly terrorizing other Black house guests and spewing out things that definitely go against this code that Luke was held up to. And Luke, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry at all. Why are you speaking on this?
Luke, you can shut the hell up, because we ain't going to hear nothing from you.
I didn't even know he said nothing.
Like, why are you interviewing him? He said the N-word. Why are you getting his take on controversial words when he's over there saying the more controversial of the 2 words?
The most.
I was gonna say, to be lighthearted about this, it was funny. I was just thinking about it. I said, you want to know what's funny? That both Corey and Jared are both involved when both slurs were said this season.
Both.
So who's
There's a common denominator.
Because Heisem got out of there. So it's not him.
Right. Ain't Corey. It's Corey and Jared together. Apparently, y'all the problem.
But I got this actually from somebody named Ori on BB Stream. So check him out, because I was listening to his content earlier today. He says in BB UK, which I've never seen UK Big Brother. I've seen clips and it looks amazing, which I need to get into. But he says in the UK, what they do on their show. I ain't about to watch another show.
I ain't watching another show.
That's exactly what you said in your head.
All and we got, y'all need to know. My list is too long. I'm not watching.
Yeah, Eric got a list for shows that's 80 years old. Right. But anyways, BB basically what they do is like in the moment it happens. They call them, they show everybody, of course, they bring them to the DR and they will verbatim say, you see what you said right here? You said da 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 da. This is your warning. Mm-hmm. Now, if you go and say or do anything else, regardless if it even relates to this situation, you will be expelled from the house. And I do think that should have been a thing going forward. And he also talked about when Big Brother has this 0 tolerance policy, that's when things get messy. Because if there's 0 tolerance, if that is for sure their policy, Jared should be gone. 0 tolerance means we ain't having none of that. Ain't no warning, ain't none of this. But that's why I think everybody's up in arms about it, because who's going to go and who's going to stay? And of course, Jared being a part of this twist, it does look like he's getting favoritism in this.
Thank you.
But go ahead.
I'm glad you brought that up because everybody, his mom is Sari. That's why nothing is happening. That ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm sorry. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. Or I've seen people say, they know Sari will walk if anything happens to Jared. If he gets removed, Sari's going to walk.
She's definitely not walking.
She's not.
She's not quitting. No.
She gonna be in that room. She gonna sit like this. You know how they go quiet. They gonna quiet the background. She gonna be like this. She gonna be like, I just can't believe Jared.
Like, and she gonna play the game.
He knows I raised him
gonna be upset for an hour and play the game. Exactly what she gonna say. But moral of the story is both are slurs. Both are inappropriate to be used in the house.
And we already covered
Let's move on.
Yeah.
And my very, very controversial take that I will say is very controversial, but I'm gonna say it because I say what I want to say because I'm grown. I think Luke and Jared should have been. I wish they would have both stayed in the house, because I look at it like this: the Big Brother that I know, the Big Brother that I grew up on, is Big Brother is a social experiment where you put everybody different backgrounds or whatever in the house. I would be very, very curious to see if Julie came on the screen and said, hey, this is what Luke said. And I would love for them to play the clip. So y'all know. Mm-hmm. Now, the rest of the house guests, just like in society, let's see how the world reacts to how you said this word and see what happens. Now, if things happen the way I think they should, he would have been on the block easy and went home. But I would love to see the interaction of how they treated Luke in the house and Jared. Like, I would like to see that. I really would.
I'd like to share what Ty mentioned in the comments. Ty said the R word was a part of our vernacular for years and a newish derogatory term. That's a warning, in my opinion. The impact ain't the same as a historically known slur.
That's
what
it.
are your thoughts?
That's it. Because that's the same thing. Like, I didn't even... The R word, I think I heard about it maybe 2 years ago. I was like, what the hell is the R word? I had no idea. I never even heard that was a derogatory term. And that's coming from somebody. Crazy. I have a son that's autistic. And I was just like, y'all do know that's a medical term, right? You know, of course, people use it as slang, but that is a medical term.
It was.
So that was news to me. So...
And it's crazy how depending on the area, because like for some reason I just known it wasn't like okay, like after I don't know at what point in my life that I realized that like it became for people that I knew or around me that it wasn't okay, but because I very vividly remember when people used to use it all the time, and then there was a point in time was like, oh no, we don't say that.
I think there were like campaigns about it, the spread the word to end the word. I think that was focused on. I think.
Okay,
but I don't know.
See, that's my problem. I don't watch commercials.
So I've known for a minute, like that's not like that. I've actually told people
that's my problem. I don't watch commercials.
But you know, I skim over all of them.
Ad free. Trees pay for ad free announcement.
Right.
I'm sorry.
An Amber Alert.
Yeah.
Honestly, no. So I get it. But yeah, so it's crazy that you can different parts of the world, different people, you know, that things aren't as known to them. Yeah. And so, yeah.
I don't think they're going to do nothing now. It's been too long.
It's too late. It's very much too late.
Yeah.
We almost had the same amount of people kicked out than the famous BB Can 8. the season that never ended.
Right.
Because that was a whole Cal Moore won and a Jamar thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's right.
So there was a segment during BB9 where Adam said the R word and nothing.
And Adam won.
And I mean, that's also like the Byyyeee and JC conversation, which they aired, which I feel like was a learning experience for people where they had pretty much just talking about the N-word versus, I think, the term used for like little people.
Oh yeah, that was a
conversation, and that was a learning moment for a lot of people.
Right.
And I think that's the interesting part about Big Brother. That's the initial draw of people from all different cultures, and you won't agree with everyone, and that's kind of life. You'll have disagreements, but you can learn from people, and you can also teach them
grow.
Things.
And before I get to Matt, yes, we did talk. I think we talked about that on our last episode about the penalty nomination. But going back to Eli's point, is like when these things happen, and I think, and going to Treese, you mentioned it, I think as well. When these things happen in house, okay, you said it. Here's this and this and that. Here's a penalty nomination for it's being said. But here's the precedent from here on out. We know that this language, this thing can't be said. Otherwise, you out. And since I think this would have been a perfect case for people. Well, they really should have started last season or any other season that has been used. But now we know, right?
It should have started with 15.
Right.
Yeah.
But they would have had a lot.
Be real.
We'd be working with 5 people in the house, given some of these seasons that happen after
the
that,
5 right people. The 5 right people.
Right.
And that's why we can root for people and we can root against people.
And so, there needs to be something obviously moving forward. With this week being gone now, I just don't see what they can do unless they mention it this week. Like I think Tree said, they have to do it this weekend. Like this is really the last chance they can be like, all right, so this is what we're going to do because this was said. Although we didn't see it, they saw it somewhere. The films, they got it on tape somewhere. And they can make him a penalty nom or something. But I just don't see it happening. So Cam HOH, y'all.
I was about to say, y'all want to know my controversial opinion?
Yeah.
I love me and Cam HOH right here. I love me and Cam HOH. I do. I don't. Just the scenario. Like
I
literally
just need to see him do it with his chest. Okay. If he's gonna be a kitty cat, then he could sit down. Because if he's gonna give the noms that everybody else was gonna give this week, minus himself, I want to see him make a big move. Do I want to see Suri on the block? I don't. But I would like to see 1 and or 2 of her minions on there to see how the game is really played.
I also want to see
the fields on the block.
Yeah.
I want to see. I wouldn't be mad at Suri going on the block because I want to see her work from the block. I feel like that's the cool thing about seeing Suri in the house. It's like she's been in such a position of control, and that's worked out so well for her. And she's crushing it. She's the only person in my mind playing like a really good game,
trying to win.
Trying to win exactly. But if she's in a bit of danger, that block can sometimes do something to you. And I want to see how Suri reacts, and just the fact that no one liked Cam, no one was happy. And Treese, you're so right. If he goes and does what he did 2 weeks ago and goes blue and
then he can sit down.
Jag,
if he goes blue and Jag, I'm gonna flip imaginary.
I am not watching the show anymore. I'm sorry. I'm gonna come like a casual and just I'm not watching.
I'm not watching no more.
Lies.
Why would I want to watch if Cameron's not doing nothing? He's a hope for chaos, and he talks a big game.
He gonna do Jag and Felicia.
No, please.
Hey, can I be real? Do y'all think people would find Cam as creepy if he was 6'2"?
How tall is he?
I'm being dead serious. He was like 5'10".
That's a crazy question.
Let's be real.
Trees.
Let's be
real.
Where's
that question coming from?
Right, because I feel like if he was taller, all this flirting and little sexual comments, they'd be like, "Oh, okay," because it
would be seen more swaggy.
No. You don't think so? Come on, y'all lying if y'all don't think height has a difference in reference to men in the world. I honestly think so.
But
I mean, he's creepy regardless.
You're saying
but
because you're tall, you can make sexual or creepy advances. But when you're short, you don't deserve to make any creepy advances.
No, I don't think he deserved to make creepy advances at all. But I feel like the fandom wouldn't be as if he was more attractive and he was taller. Now,
I would agree with you.
Like, whatever.
I would agree with you if day one Izzy was calling him a serial killer. Like you can't pass the vibe check if you're failing it on minute one. If we would have noticed the creepiness 2 weeks in, like it's like okay, it took a while to come out. Minute one.
How many serial killers are over 6 foot? It's probably not a lot. It's probably only a few.
I feel like they all tall.
What are we talking about?
People thought Ted Bundy, is he short?
No.
People thought he was attractive, and that man ugly.
He was 5'10". Ted Bundy 5'10".
Oh, see, that's still short.
How did we get to talking about serial killers and Ted Bundy?
I can't get away with a male model.
What is that? I think you're right. I'm 5'8" and chubby, and I'm very rare. I can't get away with a male model. No, for real. Like, especially in men.
So you're talking about pretty privilege, but in the guy form.
Pretty privilege, but in height. There you go. Yes.
Okay.
I really think it's both cool because we know he's not that much in the face department.
I don't think he
overall. If he leveled up overall in height and main management, like he probably could have went with a little bit more.
Main management. That is so politically correct.
People would think he was. What'd you say, Josh?
I said main management. If he had done some main management, he'd pass the vibe check. If Cam was cute, people would think he was answering the call.
I'm cracking up. Oh my god, that's funny.
It's a mess.
But I need him to make some moves.
Please.
I'll be taking us off topic, y'all.
I really hope that when Fees come on, he's talking about some sort of just goes out the field family. I don't care which one.
Not fair. Let me see Fees back here.
Here's the thing with Cam. He has an easy HOH. Cameron, Felicia, and Jared nominated you. They're the only two that's left in the house that nominated you.
Oh, yeah. Both of them did. That's easy noms.
Easy.
They gonna say they put him on the block because he black. No, y'all put me up. Both y'all black asses going on the block.
On the block. And that's what
that's very easy.
I will defend Cam on that. If people get to he putting two black, that's where they need to be. Because they both put him up. So that'll be the only time I defend Cam. If he put them up, ain't no racism with those nominations. That's where they behind.
And then if he puts a third black person up in Izzy, then I'll understand. Because Izzy don't like him. Izzy likes me.
Listen, our baby.
Izzy does not like this man. And he has ammo. He has ammo on Izzy as well. He has lots of ammo. Does he really have ammo on Jag and Blue? Like, no. I don't. Probably little things, but like.
Another route he could take is putting Jared in Blue, which I still would think would be a waste because he was like, you took out my bet. You put me and my best friend on the block. I'm putting you and your showmans on the block. I can see him going that route too.
So you think he's going to be in his petty bag?
Nah, I want to see the black people scramble. I do. Because they've been, for once, the black people been real safe. So I'm good. The
real
black people
comfortable.
Been playing. They've been very comfortable.
The most relaxed.
And so
I've
now,
been with black people been on Big Brother in a very long time.
So let me see what y'all can do.
They had us nervous week one because they was
I know, three of them.
Very nervous. You hear me?
3 and Corey on the block.
Right.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be downhill from there.
Let me update y'all on our draft real quick before we wrap. All right, y'all. The draft that I be forgetting about, I remember today.
Screaming.
Josh lost Red today. And so the only people left in the draft is everybody. But Josh, you almost out of there. Eli, you almost out of there.
I'm not almost out of there.
Strong. You got 2 people left. Josh got 2 people left. Me and Eric still holding strong with 4.
Kiki ain't got nobody because Kiki was on sabbatical.
Wait, someone's missing from this list.
Out. Kiki had Kirsten.
Wait a minute. Y'all gave me somebody? Quit lying. Don't give me imaginary players.
You had the 2 people that's gone, baby.
I'm okay.
Wait, who's not on this list?
Kirsten.
Oh, Kirsten. Yeah,
Kirsten and Luke.
Kiki, you can have Kirsten.
She got Kirsten and Luke.
I'm still out.
Lucas.
Regardless.
Evicted and expelled.
All I know is my team was looking horrible, and it still looks horrible. But we got our HOH, baby.
Y'all,
we got our HOH.
I thought my boy Jag was on his way out of here.
He was out of here.
He was. He didn't got new life in the game somehow.
And he's not doing a good job at it.
I don't have nothing to say about the man. I said everything I need to say about Jag last episode.
All that potential. For those who know our super niche basketball plans, he's Bruno Caboclo. And y'all don't know his name, and there's a reason y'all don't know his name. He's 2 years away from being 2 years away. So give Jag 2 weeks, and he'll be good then. And we've been saying that since Riley left.
Will he, though? Because we got to see what if Cam nominate him, he going home.
Exactly. And then he ends up out of the league like Caboclo. Shout out Caboclo, though. My bad.
Anyways, you and these basketball references. Ryder said, Felicia Jared put him up in an Izzy renom. Yes, I can see him because he probably can be like, if the veto is used, this is what I was going to do and should have did my first HOH. Izzy, sit on the block. I can see that.
I hope so.
But who does the house keep in the Jared Izzy situation?
Jared. Izzy. I mean, Sari works her magic.
Pulled off, but yeah, Izzy. And then you got to say Sari is in the corner, even though Sari is more upset at Jared. Well, I you know what? It depends on the day who she more upset with. Because yesterday was Izzy, and day before that was Jared. So it depends, honestly.
So I mean, he's gonna be the juror number 2. He do give juror number 2 energy. Yeah, I can see that.
EX likes Jag, so that means he finna be juror number 2.
Now, I guess one question that we can just have fun with, hypothesize. That's my big word, baby.
SAT
Julie done mentioned a jury, some type of twist. I don't know exactly how they worded it. Mm-hmm. Any predictions on what that is?
Well, pre-pod, we be just chatting it up before we get on. And I know I specifically was like, I could see them potentially going back to, or I would like them to go back to a 7-person jury. I think that'll be a fun twist.
I would like to see that.
They wouldn't be expecting it. And it would be cool. Here's the catch. This is what makes it different than just going back to a 7-person jury. If Julie goes next week and says, all right, house guests, this is the typical phase where jury starts. And so they're going to be thinking jury is coming. But as they get evicted, she's going to be like, actually, you're not going to jury house, my friend. You're going home. Here's your luggage, like Pharaoh did. Like
I would love unexpected. And then the house gets in the house think that the last 2
are in the jury.
Until they get there and ain't nobody in jury.
Oh my God, CBS watching you on TV. I just would love to see that face. Please let this be the twist. Cause y'all be doing
y'all cooking. That's crazy.
Hire me. Well, cast me first, but hire me because I'm telling you.
You can hire me. Cast Eric.
Hire me too, child.
That's a crazy
you got
twist.
some numbers, okay?
The role.
Because I don't work for cheap. You hear me?
Not the glasses.
I'm not cheap.
What do y'all think the twist is gonna be? That's my thoughts.
That you told me that. Now that's stuck in
that's
my head.
Good,
so
Eric.
And that's it.
I don't know.
On Twitter that they thought they were gonna do like a camp comeback style where they kept everybody in the jury in the house. And I was like, that might be kind of cool.
But
I don't know. It might be a little too messy. It might mess up the gameplay a little bit because why you overhearing this conversation and you at the house? And so I would get annoyed.
And I think Eli mentioned too is like, what's stopping people from being like, well, if you don't put such, you're not gonna get my vote, and it could probably taint the game in that sense. So
would still be interesting, but
it would.
You know what? I watched Jag get voted out 10-0 and come back and try to be best friends with the Sari and them. So, you know what? Maybe the same thing happens to these people. They get voted out 10-0 and they're like, you know what? I'm all good. I still love y'all.
Crazy. After this week, ain't no more kumbaya. It better not be. Shoot.
Okay.
They don't need to break in this house.
Right. Before we wrap real quick, who do y'all want to see gone this week? Jared.
I mean, I love to see Bowie Jane gone, but it has to be realistic.
She ain't going home.
This Byyyeee making top 5 for sure. Top 5.
Oh, 100%.
They gonna end up finally targeting her. She gonna win the veto watch. They gonna be like, God.
But baby, look, Byyyeee was fired up today. She said, "Oh, let's go get this HOH, baby."
Byyyeee had a little too. You hear me? I said, okay.
She was turned up this week. I was like, hold on. Byyyeee went HOH after getting blindsided. She was pissed. Yep. She even said her exit.
I think Byyyee's trying to get activated because remember she started having this. She talked this week about trying to work out camera, so he tied out. I said, wait a minute now. I think she finally activated.
She did the classic strategy: fall asleep for 4 weeks, and it seems like a lot of people should have fell asleep for 4 weeks.
No, for real, because she told old boy in his goodbye message, she was like, "Red, if you're saying," I can't do an Australian accent. Y'all just got to be loud like she is.
Red, if you're saying
this, something went horribly, horribly wrong.
Oh no!
And I'm going to get revenge. I'm going to get revenge. And she said she gonna get revenge for him. So we gonna see.
All I know, my guess, probably Felicia. Felicia's already at the bottom, and she has a decent. Oh no! I thought the question was, who do we think?
No, who do you?
Or I guess it was, who do I want?
Why not both?
Who do I think is?
It would be so. It would be so weird to see Felicia not make the jury. In my mind, Felicia's. Oh yeah, she's going deep. But for her to be cut pre-jury, that sounds insane.
It sounds wrong.
Right.
You know what? Felicia or Jag goes this week, I think. But Jared is who I want to see go home. I don't even want him in jury. Little raggedy stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm along those lines. It is Jared's time to come home. He's just done too much, and it's time. But also, I think who it most likely would be, I can see a Felicia and I can see a Jag, but I don't see the point in Jag anymore with this blind side. That means they wanted him. Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Is Cam gonna spin it? Oh, Jag has always had the numbers, so we have to dwindle him because him and Blue have all the numbers. I'm so sad.
Because he may blame Jag. I think Muhammad was telling me that he may blame Jag for like the split or something that happened. I don't know.
I know they said they was blaming Felicia unless they changed their mind.
No, let me go to these messages. I'm gonna see because Muhammad told me something. That's our friend. Shout out to Muhammad.
All I know while Eric looks it up, this has been such a good season. Where
the season.
I know there's been a lot of conversations on is it boring, is it not? I think just in all the nuance of each week has been interesting until Thursday. Or until they literally go in and take 30 minutes to vote someone unanimously. But this has been such a good season. And I think a Cam HOH is something, you need a villain. And Cam's ultimately the villain for a lot of the fandom.
Or not.
And I love a villain HOH. Or just the anti other people.
There we go. I was going to say,
too.
Like, not
besides personal reasons, game wise, I love that Cam won HOH. It's at the right before jury. Come on, you couldn't write that.
But now Cam's a juror, unless they do some type of.
He left all his bones at home.
Screaming.
Nah, his bones at home. I'm cracking up.
I am weak. But yes, I agree with Ryder too. Like, yeah, this season is good. People are saying that it's trash, and I'm just like, I don't know how y'all think this season is trash. And it's giving me so much life that I'm tired of watching them on the feeds. That's how good it's been. Because I'm telling you, the first 3 weeks wore me out. Clean out.
Baby, I'm still wore out. I've been asleep for 3 days.
No, we did so bad with feeds this week, like last week. I know I did. I was just tired. And I just knew Jack was going home. So I'm like, what's the point? Like, we know what's happening.
Now, you know, in this house, everything switched at the drop of a hat. Yeah. Literally.
So it should be an interesting week, y'all. Now, again, like Eli said, if he goes with those whack nominations of Blue and Jack again, like a dummy. Well, if Sari get in his head and she get him to do that, or somebody else get him to do that, I don't know. This is the time. Oh, that's what I was talking to Muhammad about as well. This is the time for America to show she the player that she thinks she is, and that her wild, insane stance thinks she is. She has all this information and ammunition. She needs to go get her safety because she should be safe.
She has a hold on Cam, so I would use that to my advantage. Oh,
this should be her HOH.
Ass.
This should be
baby,
her
I be using that to my advantage. Your little creepy ass. Let me come sit close to you and tell you who you should know.
Right. She needs to pull a Allison from House of Dragons. I don't know if y'all watch. She need to pull Allison, put them feet out like Allison did for the old dude. Put them feet out and set her feet on the table.
Feet, not feet gate.
Feet gate. She can put her little feet out. Or whatever she needs to
do. Don't pull your feet out.
And get him to nominate.
So creepy.
She gets him to take the shots that she needs through him. I'm gonna give her props. If she has any control, if she even gets him to put up one person that she wants up there, I'm gonna give her some props. But if she don't use this as an opportunity to take some influence and control, knowing that he likes her, she can go home tomorrow.
Everybody being on Have Nots is crazy. Did they say how they were gonna do that?
They're gonna rotate.
Are they gonna rotate people? So everybody is probably gonna eat slop, but they're just rotating the beds.
Rotate sleeping arrangements, but outside of that, cold showers, everyone's eating slop, except for Cameron.
They're
gonna hate him so much.
Look, and no, you can't come to my HOH room. No, you ain't getting none of my drinks. No, you ain't getting none of my snacks.
Well, they can't.
They can't even do that. Yeah, they can't. All the snacks are for him.
Look, not me eating mine. I said you want my tweet. I said you want HOH for a robe and a beef jerky. Not me eating my word. Now he gonna have a robe and extra snack. But we gonna see what he do. But all right, Kiki.
Say it again. I was so distracted. I'm sorry. I was distracted.
She out here doing something she ain't got no business doing.
Do you want me to close out that? You want me to close out the episode?
Yeah.
You know what, viewers? We appreciate you so much. We appreciate you guys with the whole chiming in, the comments. Thank you for interacting with us. Next time, we want you to bring your friends. Each one bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we can
and tell your mom and daddy to subscribe.
Tell everybody to subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Thank you so much for joining us. You are an exclusive member of this very entertaining group chat. Until next time, bye.
Bye, y'all.
See y'all later.